That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's what their focus is totally on. We have to get a stream and an audio. We have to get an audio signal out for the stream, not like, how does this sound in this room for this group of people? They're like, we don't give a shit about how it sounds in this room for this group of people.
Joining us tonight from Toronto, performing their hit Wall,
the streamer
and
awards.
giving us an exclusive look at their unreleased track, East Side. Please welcome the band Good Kid.
Here's somewhere you'll never see me, I bet.
It's coming to a close. I guess I should know that I'm never gonna see you again in a place that sells vintage clothes. I guess you should know that it hasn't been the easiest years for a band or living in the throes.
Yeah, there's some weird sonic qualities to the treatment that they've put on his voice, aren't there? Am I crazy? Is that what you're talking about? There's some weird, they've done some weird sonic shit to his voice. It's this thing of they want to put everybody on in-ears. They want to put everybody, just give motherfuckers a wedge. Put a big wedge speaker on the floor, shoot it back at the band. Problem solved. Like, this is in a theater, right? Like, this isn't like in an arena. What they're doing is they're doing a stage setup like as if it's like one of those arena pop shows. And it's like, this is a band that's playing their music. Like, give them a goddamn wedge on the floor and I promise you they'll be fine. Take the fucking monitors out of their ears. It's crazy. Unless they have track elements, but I'm not actually hearing any track elements. It sounds like they're just playing live. And so in that, this is like that thing where like it started small where some people did like fraudulent performance, what I would consider like fraudulent performances, right? And now it's transitioned to a point where that's the norm. The norm is that you're not going to actually fucking perform. And so when somebody shows up like, we're going to perform, they're like, well, we're set up to like run a bunch of DJ tracks and pipe everything to you through in-ear monitors and a click in your ear and nothing, you know, like everything dead and stale. Like, it's so fucking crazy to me. I don't think I'm hearing any track elements. And the drum miking is awful. The miking of the drums is atrocious. Isn't that horrible? Why are the drums mic'd so badly? That's crazy. It's also, so what the reason I was like, it's at a theater. So they have in-ear monitors, but obviously things are mic'd crazily and it's not done very well. Yeah, exactly. Somehow they've made this theater, which is like a building that is made to project music well. They've made this sound like they're like in a fucking the middle of an arena floor or something, which is crazy. Like, are they doing the mics off of the house PA or something like that? I mean, there's just something weird is going on here. And in the line, like in the back line, nothing that they can control on stage while they're playing. Listen how horrible the drums miking sounds. That's crazy. So weird, yeah. Yeah, I just want to hear it too. It's interesting. I don't really know their band either. I don't really know them at all. Yeah, it's just.
What's on Stream Awards?
Oh, and they're running all the. Are they running all the strings just direct into the board or something? Do? Is that why everybody sounds thin? That's weird. Yeah, and I think they're. Oh, I see. It's because they're. I didn't even. It's because their main focus is like sending an audio signal to the stream. I got it. That's the problem. That's the issue. Okay. They probably have some like room mic style miking on the stage, which is like a terrible thing to do on a stage in a theater. That's probably part of it. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's what their focus is totally on. We have to get a stream and an audio. We have to get an audio signal out for the stream, not like, how does this sound in this room for this group of people? They're like, we don't give a shit about how it sounds in this room for this group of people. That's really funny. That's totally, yeah. They're like, so there's like area mics that are fucking up everything else, which they should have cut for the performance, if anything. That's interesting. Fascinating. It might have sounded better in the room then, in that case. It may have sounded better like in the room and on stage.
This next song is called East Side.
Yeah, I mean, and also you can just hear immediately as soon as. So this is a type of microphone, by the way, that exists. These headset microphones. Often DJs, they're you can also use them as just like an earphone, and a mic if you want. But often DJs will use them because you can like hold the phone basically like just like you would have in the 90s. Like you can like hold the phone with your shoulder up to your ear, hear, talk, and have your hands free. You know what I mean? But you can also just like put it down. So because like so often DJs are working with their ears out. A lot of DJs use them, but they have like a tone of their own. So what's interesting is because this, I'm assuming, because they're like a band that tours, right? I'm assuming this stuff, all the stuff with their branding on it and the TV wall and the phone booth with the mic in it and stuff like that, I'm assuming all of that is part of their just normal tour rig. And that's how they're touring right now, is with that rig, right? That's part of their tour rig. That I would bet anything this is the deal, right? So all the stuff with their branding on it, that's like their shit, right? And the backdrop, obviously, is their projection that they have that they are touring with. But like this little pile of TVs that he jumped on and shot smoke on, the phone booth, everything, that I would assume is their rig, right? And so the phone booth setup, that's like their setup. And you can hear how much clearer and better everything from that mic is. Even though it's like a mic that has a bunch of, they exist. You can just buy them. There's companies that just make them now. But people used to make them for themselves. But like people used to make like, hot wire them together for themselves if they wanted them. But yeah, I would bet all that stuff is their rig. Sorry, and so you can hear how much better quality sound is on the phone mic because it's not going to the booth. It's like they're sending their stage signal up to them and he's not fucking with it or something. It's very weird. Even though it's so distorted, it's way clearer and better than the other mic with all the reverb. And it looks like maybe they make. That would be my guess. Because it also appears that all the guitarists and the bass player are running direct out to a DI box, out to a board, which is crazy to do to a band that's on tour. And it's why, if anything, it's why all the strings also sound so thin. Because generally you would have your tour rig, which is your amp that has your sound that you've dialed in that you want and love, and then you would mic that, right? Like most touring bands that are doing like live running all their shit, you have your amp cab, and then you'll mic the sound guy will mic that and bring that to the front of the house, right? Not direct from your guitar or from your pedal board or whatever, which is crazy, which is you can do. You could run direct from your guitar to the DI box, but it's not, it makes it sound thin like this. That's funny as shit, man. How weird. Yeah, so it's definitely production shit. I would bet that they were like, you can't put the amps on stage because we're doing these like room mic situation to pick up like the room and the stream feel. And they're like, okay, but that's going to sound like shit. All right, great, whatever. We got to do it. And we're here. And then they fucked up his mic line too. The guy gave him all this reverb on his mic or something, which is like a crazy, that makes no sense because they're in a theater. You know what I mean? Like he could have done it micless and it would have heard it in the room probably. You know what I mean? Like as depending on what the speaker setup is like in the room. They also probably had like a weird setup for speakers that was not, like set up for music, but set up for speakers. The speakers that you hear were set up for speakers that you hear. If that makes sense. Not for like music. Anyway. Exactly. That's exactly what I mean, Hut. You're totally right. Yeah, like the guy who's doing sound is a guy who does sound for like award shows, not a guy who does sound for like live bands on tour at like festivals or whatever. That's so funny. And setting up a band to go quick and do 2 songs in an unorthodox atmosphere is a specialty. Like that's a thing that you need to know how to do. Yes, exactly. There's no hanging speakers, and they're treating the room like as if it's like an arena show when it's a theater show. And it's like you should be letting them be as acoustic as possible. But then they're trying to capture as much of that audio to send to a mixing board as they can, because it's for streaming or whatever. So like aside from the drummer, they're trying to send everything they possibly can direct, and then letting a guy who's a live mix engineer do an audio mix suddenly, which is like not what they do, and he's like, oh, I guess he wants some reverb on his voice and there was like a phaser in there for a while. It was weird.